Wherever you are in your career, if you're looking to change roles, having a polished CV is vital. Although there's no one-size-fits-all model for success, having a well-structured CV which can easily be tailored to the job you want next will do wonders for your job search. Many people will argue that your CV needs to stay within the strict confines of 2 pages. But if you have a wealth of relevant skills and experience you want to highlight which extends to 3 pages, then so be it. So, whether you're starting from scratch or just sitting down to update it, here are some fundamental tips for getting your CV in order. This is fairly obvious, but make sure your name, address, email and phone number are clearly referenced at the top of the document. This is the first thing a recruiter will see, so make sure it's presentable and easy to read. It's unnecessary to include your date of birth or attach photos, but ensure your email address is professional and always try and include links to personal websites, online portfolios and don't forget your LinkedIn profile. This section needs to contain a punchy branding statement which is tailored to the role and succinctly tells the employer exactly what you can bring to their company. Remember that your personal statement is your chance to outline why you're worthy of consideration and should make the reader want to read on. Study the job description to work out precisely what skills you should highlight here and what the employer is looking for. There's no time for cliches or generic phrases. Everything you say should relate directly to your most relevant skills, experience and goals and the value you can bring to the role. Remember, there's no need to refer to yourself in the third person and always highlight your career achievements with an example, keeping in mind that mentioning measurable achievements are what will stand out. Your key skills section is arguably the most important part of your CV to employers. This brief section should list your key skills and offer examples of success and evidence which supports them. Whatever skills you choose to highlight, make sure they fall within the following 3 categories. Transferable skills. These are skills you might have learnt from one field of work which can be easily transferred to another. Common examples of these include leadership, organisation and research and analysis. Job-related skills. These should be directly relevant to the role you're applying for and are much more specific and technical. For example, if you're pursuing a role in IT support, a thorough knowledge of scripting and programming would be a suitable job-related skill. And finally, adaptive skills. These are practical or everyday soft skills which are needed to succeed in any job. These can include communication skills, problem solving, or an ability to work independently. Remember to format this section in a way which is easy to digest, so include concise bullet points rather than block paragraphs. Always list your most recent role first and ensure the information gets progressively less detailed for older or less relevant roles. If you don't have much of a job history to talk about, then be sure to outline details of any work placements you've had, highlighting your key responsibilities and achievements during your time there. Include your job title, dates of employment and the company details. Then use 3 or 4 bullet points which outline your main responsibilities and how you achieved them. Remember, the more specific you can be, the better. So try and focus on facts and figures which prove that you have the relevant experience. List any relevant qualifications and the date achieved. However, for the sake of keeping the length down, list how many grades between A and C you received, rather than listing each result individually. Remember, as your work experience grows, the less detail you'll need to include about your more basic academic achievements. To save space, you should outline that references are available on request. However, remember to use your LinkedIn profile to showcase your strongest references and recommendations from colleagues or managers. Although most of us tend to only update our CV and LinkedIn profile prior to applying for a new job, it is good practice to keep both updated with any new information to ensure you never miss any key work achievements or successes. Our final top tip is to really concentrate on refining your personal statement and your most recent relevant achievements. And don't forget to proofread before you send.